gonna stop this. 'Cause you're all that I've got. No one taking your spot. I lay in your bed. Oh, you must have forgot. Come here, baby. Oh, man, you drive me crazy. I will fight for you. See what love can do. Yeah. Come here, baby. Oh, man, you drive me crazy. I will fight for you. See what love can do. Yeah. Don't care what anybody say. My love, you my love. My love, love me in all kind of ways. You're my love, you're my love, oh my love, my love, hey my love, my love, oh, my love, my love, you're my love, my love, oh, yo, if I get close to glow, I boast the glow. I probably close to lows, that's high the most fulfilling thing. Next to you, I sing like nobody listening, like damn, it must be a dream. Of course, this feeling you bring makes me wanna sing I'm horse. Keep me on course, 'cause everything else is a horse. Too forced, I'ma move forward for life. Too sure, be mine, I'll be yours. Come here, baby. Oh man, you drive me crazy. I will fight for you. See what love can do, yeah. Come here, baby. Oh, make you drive me crazy. I will fight for you. See what love can do, yeah. Don't care what anybody say. My love, my love, my love. Love me in all kind of ways. My love, my love. Oh, my love. My love, hey, my love, my love, oh, my love, my love, hey, my love, my love. Make you all the one, and yes, this is all the one. I will fight for you. See what love can do. Make you all the one. Yes, this is all the one. I will fight for you. See what love can do. You're my love. Don't care what anybody say. My love, yeah, my love. Oh, I am baby. Oh, may you drive me crazy. Yeah, baby. Oh, may you drive me crazy. Yeah, baby. Oh, may you drive me crazy. time you say you love me, you was sleeping around with Eki. So you pregnant her, you say you let it wait to look you. You want to get food and you say you not like coffee. Money, stingy, money, you can't. Oh, boy, tell you that can't really help you with. What time you would cheat, man, you busting out of feet. If you know what somebody, don't let it wait to be. Some scars are dark, or things don't mind me. Try the way you let me, but come on, every time. I swear to God, you will reap what you sow. My God, get sleep. Money, can you stop? Like you can so with my heart. Money, can you stop? Like you can so with my heart. Now we get love. That one more business, you can't leave it alone. That one more business, you will come up. Money, while you will be beside me, while you lying, cheating behind me. Wickedness. Tell me why you going around breaking hearts. Wickedness. Honey, don't you think this is going too far? Wickedness, oh honey, I swear you will be sorry. Wickedness, oh honey, I swear you will be sorry. I gave you my all, but you left me broken hearted. We were always on time. Honey, tell me when you're gonna stop. Honey, oh baby, oh baby, oh
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Twin Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. The weekend is here. The weekend is here. Along the East Coast, some of us are still trying to dry out from Hurricane Ida. I know New York, I know New Jersey. They are. I can see in Liberia, in Bon County, they are too. So climate change is impacting us across the globe. Across the globe. And for us poor countries, you know we're going to face them more. So as we wake up this morning, we see part of Bon County underwater, submerged. We see we're going back to this rice problem in Liberia again. That takes me all the way back to 1980. We not start with this rice business again, rice shortage. Why? Let's get into my lesson. Today is the 4th of September. The weekend is here. It's a Saturday. We hope it's a beautiful day. I don't know what's happening in Liberia. I know it'll be rainy there like hell. But I hope it brings some relief to our people back home today too. Okay? So let's look at my topics today. Number 1, no rice business in Liberia again. Number 2, educated Liberians and the scared Liberian society. That's a question. 3, flooding in Liberia already too. So my first topic, bring up back to this rice business. We know that historically, Rice has been a problem in our country. We know historically our people have always imported rice. For some reason, we fail to cater to our own food. Why? Technology, corruption, lies and deception. These are the things that it's always kept us down, man. Yes, we've been broke, but we've never been that broke of a nation not to do something for ourselves. But like all third world countries, we broke, then we got nothing but thieves that want to go to America and Britain and France to walk around the street like big rich people, and they're not rich, but they gotta steal our poor money to live to the people in the rich nations. That's the way about. Look at all the things they build in our country. Enough for them. Enough for them. But they say we're family. So we're supposed to shut up and just share. We can't do that, man. We can't go on like this. We can't. It reflects badly on our country. It reflects badly on our children. It reflects badly on our future. And here we are again, right back to the same old 6 and 7. From 1980 to this very day, we woke up this morning, no rice. Why? The sellers blaming the commerce ministry. They're saying the commerce ministry not doing their job. Right? Everybody looking for blame. You go through all the rice stores. I was listening to the radio stations this morning. You go to the rice depot in Douala, in Cinco, in all these places, no rice. Why is there a rice shortage in Liberia when there's no real problem? Nobody blaming the shippers. According to Front Page Africa, I see nobody blaming the shippers. Say, oh, there's something wrong with the ocean or some ungodly thing going on, the ships singing or some kind of thing. No excuse. So why isn't there rice in the country? The Commerce Ministry is saying that these rice sellers are hoarding the rice, which means that they got enough rice, but they're trying to hide it so it can look like no rice in the country. Then they can jack the price up and bring the rice back slowly at a higher rate. Why? Because it's getting to Christmas time. If this is the case, then Commerce Ministry is derelicting our duty too. Because there's no reason that these sellers will be hoarding rice, trying to hike the price of rice up. And the Commerce Ministry that's supposed to be monitoring rice and products in the country will not have a hand on all of this. So what's happening in our country? What's happening? Because with the kind of corruption in our country, there's always conspiracy somewhere. Is Commerce Ministry now conspiring with its buyers to hoard the rice and create a false problem in Liberia when there's no problem, just to raise the price of rice? What's the problem in Liberia? Why are we waking up this morning to news that there's a rice shortage in Liberia? You know, these are the kind of things that really piss some of us off who care about our country. because there's no way there's supposed to be rice shortage in the country coming towards Christmas time, coming towards the end of the year. So what all this shenanigans about? To hike the price of rice again? To bring our poor people to their knees again? There's something wrong with the business sector and the commerce ministry. There's something wrong. And these two entities need to be reviewed. As a matter of fact, I told you, the whole country needs to be overhauled. There's something wrong with our country. There's something wrong with trustworthiness, with honesty, with good leadership. There is something wrong in our country. And things need to be overhauled. Because our country is not getting better, it's getting worse. Every morning we wake up, there's some bullshit setting us back. And our people, and our country, and their livelihood. How the people will live under conditions like these? Huh? We got a real human and natural crisis. Because look at all this because of sand mining, where people digging in the earth to get sand to build houses or to look for sand. They're not going to the beaches, they're coming to the river and the creeks and digging and taking the dirt that's supposed to secure the river bed. So now when they take all the dirt, you leave a hollow shell of earth. And when there's heavy rain, all this rain fills up all those holes that are left and creates flooding. So what is all this sand mining going on in Bon County? And this is causing tremendous amounts of money. Damage. Our poor country, people struggling. Look at the people carrying vehicle in the water there. Now look at the places that got worse. They say the silver compound, rubber factory, where the houses, that's where houses and vehicles are, in the rubber factory area there in Bon County, in Banga. Kula village, Jokpemu. These are the areas that got worse hit. I don't know which area it is. They say, well, it must be Kula village because that's where most of the houses and cars are. Now look at the people livelihood gone. And this thing happened from 10 o'clock Thursday night to 8 o'clock Friday morning. So all of this happened at night. And this was because of a tremendous rainfall. I can't think of the word now. I just don't want to say something. But this is all because of rainfall, heavy rainfall. From 10 in the night to 8 in the morning. Look how the people place flooded. I didn't hear any news of deaths. I was reading the newspaper, and front page Africa didn't say anything about people dying. But they just were complaining about how the places got flooded and how people complaining about the sand mining going on in that region, especially around the river. People go there and dig these deep hole looking for sand and mud to build their houses. So this is why creating all this hole and erosion. The river is carrying the land. So just now, sooner or later, you will have no land to build a house on. So why you will be digging sand for? When you are digging the sand, you ain't got no house. They want river taking out the house. So these are things the government need to pay attention to. Because our people are not smart enough in the localities where the local government will take control of these things and ensure that there are rules and laws in the municipality to protect the people from sand mining and all these things, to protect the land. The same with Kipman. I went to Kipman about 3 years ago. Kipman almost gone. The Peaceful River been taking part of Kipman. The ocean been taking part of Kipman. I mean, I was there. I was like, this is unbelievable. All because of negligence, bad governance, bad leadership. And these are the things we need to take care of, because we have an election 2023. What we'll vote for? When the ocean finish taking Kipman, finish taking the Mano River, finish taking the other side of the what down there? Kipman, Maserati, Kipman, finish taking that side. Kavala River, finish taking that side, and Grand G. What we have? We don't have no damn country. Then the ocean finish taking Morovia and all the other places where people just digging, and we have no people, nobody taking care of our land and resources, and everything just going to the ocean. So where are our leaders? While we all thinking about politics, our country is being destroyed. The livelihood of our people are being eroded. And there is no law and order in our country no more. So people just doing what they want to do. And these are the things that will kill us even before 2023. By the time we get to 2023, we have no damn Liberia. So it's incumbent upon all of us as Liberians to pay attention to things in our country, man. We can't go back into a civil war. We can't. Look at all the destruction. But we can't have leaders that still want to rob us and hold us hostages. We can't. So it's a double whammy. We are facing a double whammy. We got leaders who are so ignorant and backwards and greedy and corrupt and immoral and have no fear of God and want to keep our hostages. And everything else against us. Everything else. The climate, living conditions, the massive stealing, immorality, inconsideration, all the negative virtues just coming to us, while our leaders are just robbing everything. Excuse me. And they think they're achieving something, and they're not achieving nothing. They're not achieving nothing. All the things George we are there doing, what has it benefited them? Nothing. They got a country to attend to. They still got to deal with the yo, and holla on the people when the people are not happy. But this is all it boils down to, man. Bad leadership, inconsideration, immoral leadership, selfishness, self-centeredness, egotistic people, or egotism. And from time immemorial, we've been through the same thing. And the sad part about it for me, I see no changes. Because if we're not making attempts or efforts to change things now, who's going to change it? The same children that are looking at us for examples and not getting any? Who's going to change it? Who's going to change it? So we are caught between a rock and a hard place. We're living in mess today, and our future look like mess. Because we're not raising the citizens of competence, citizens to make our society better. No, we're not raising those kind of citizens. We're raising lawless people. People who don't care about anything, not even life. And that's a problem. So here we are again. And because of all of that, we keep boiling down to the same social and economic problems. And here we are again. No rice. The same thing that led to the 1979 riot, where so many people were killed. No rice. Why is there no rice? At least 1979, we knew why there was not a problem with rice. It was just a problem with trouble policy. We didn't have no rice problem in Liberia. We had a problem with trouble policy, which were not well defined. Trouble wanted to make us self-sufficient. And his goals and objectives were not fully explained to the masses of the people. And there was a conflict in our society. One group of people want to eat the traditional rice. Excuse me. I won't burp. One group of people want to eat the traditional rice, homegrown rice, and the other group of people refuse to eat the rice. And there was a conflict in our society with the food. So here we were again. Toba were caught between a rock and a hard place too. Because here he was growing traditional rice with the farmers, and the mass of our people still wanted to import our rice from abroad. And the government was trying to eliminate the importation of foreign rice and make us rely more on domestic grown rice. But Toba policies were not expounded good. And secondly, Toba were participating in every effort to promote agriculture, to encourage the farmers to produce more. He was participating in the competitions and winning all of them. Yeah, it's good when you win it once or twice. But every year, if the competition $10,000, you alone winning the $10,000, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because the president is looked upon as the most wealthy person, with access to people, with access to employees, with access to giving people low pay. And he's the president. And you all know in third world countries what kind of powers our president have. And yet Toba was there winning all the rice competitions. Got the largest farm, the biggest money, family got fish company, rice company, this company. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. Then Steve Toba going around talking about if it's not for the Liberian people, if it's not for the Republic of Liberia, it's for the Toba family. No. Then at the same time, he's trying to take people's property from them by force. So there were so many complexities with this Toba regime that led to the 1980 coup. It just wasn't one thing. And the same thing is culminating under this George Weah regime. All because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf corrupted our society. She made it an immoral society. Look at Willis Knockoffs. Look at all the debauchery that's been going on in your country. Look at the killing of Harry Greaves. How you were killed. The manner in which you were killed. All these things started on Ellen. Now she's not passing on to we are. And we are not taking under control. He just now threw it to the wind. Took off his drawers and just threw it to the wind. And now all those things just coming back to us. We just and all in the streets, flowing all through our streets. George, we are drawers. He just flopped that into the wind and just come back. Oh. And that's what we suffer from. But who to blame? Who to blame? That's the question. Somebody got to take the blame. And the blame got to fall on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Because she is the most enlightened person. And she gave up. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gave up on us. Our first year was good. After the first year, when her dreams wasn't getting accomplished, she just threw us to the wind and put all her children in power. And got tired leading the country and started to steal it. And these are the things that got us where we are today. You know, we got this kind of woman, this promising woman, instead of leading our country forward, she won't put her own dreams above our country dream. Then she gave up. And let this useless footballer take over our country. They made so useless, Liberia can't even win. We can't even play football in Liberia. I mean, how bad is that? How terrible is that? The world's greatest footballer is our president, and we can't play football in our country because the stadium is screwed up. Damn. I just gotta say it one more time. Damn! What? And the country giant. Oh, a country giant. Give it, Papa, we are coming home. Papa, we are. Papa, we are coming home. Papa, we are coming home. Papa, we are coming home. Papa, we are coming. Give it, Papa, we are. Mama, do it. Papa, we are. Mama, do it. Oh, my country is a damn joke. See, they have naked fool running around talking about your president. He can't read, he can't write, he can't talk. Hey, hey. We're privatization. We're talking about privatization. When the down go, they have naked man running around with country talking about your president. It's a damn joke. The George Weah wake up in the morning really feeling he president of the country. Does this joker really wake up in the morning feeling he important, man? He president. Country giant. The country giant. The country giant. Hey, country giant. The country giant. We got a country giant. Country giant. And I already see first there. As God cursed Liberia. The Solicitor General turned over. No, that's it. You can't bring international character into the court. What kind of character? What is that? That's true. I said, this guy just sounds good. He started to the tour, all the guys. All of these short people, you know, we got really here, our economy, you sound like crazy, yeah. Sound the guy like a shock or something. You know, talking about the war crown coat, our foreign character. How the foreign character? What is God talking about? Is the guy a lawyer or social scientist or some philosopher or some? We need to examine this Solicitor General. Then we ain't got no rice in the country. You see what we ain't got no rice? You see? The people leading us, man. We ain't got no rice. People leading us. Now, Papa, we come also, he can talk about this Savannah Seaford, man, our Solicitor General, that war killer. They said I want to charge to the battalion commander. And you're not capable for ritualistic killing. Oh, fair. Solicitor General. They said the men are capable for ritualistic killing or for that job. They didn't make our justice. Yeah. Damn. Wow. The country giant coming. Mama do it. Country giant, get out of the way. Get out of the way. The country giant coming. Oh, country giant. Yeah, right. Okay, that's it for the country giant now. So we into the rice problem again. This is not the only problem we got. We got every other problem that has to do with economy and finances and expatriate stealing our money, joining with Liberian people being corrupt. I think the U.S. ambassador, got a lot of trips to make. He just visited somewhere else again, right? All the visits will not change Liberia or Makati. That country is screwed beyond redemption. You can visit the light company, or the water company, or the banana U company, or the San Junior company, or Sam Jackson guy who company, Sam Jackson company. What happened to Sam Jackson? I don't hear nothing but that other useless man. Say he turned to since we are bought him. These are people that destroy our country. These are the people Sam Jackson. That's how they kind man need to be fucked severely. We are gravely sicker, man. Those guys are gravely sickers. And you see the Bible, God just cursed all of them. They came to deceive everybody. They took over, the government, the military took over. They thought they were going to deceive Doe. You see Sam Jackson sitting all around Doe when they were young, trying to deceive Doe. Doe look at say, oh, look at you, America. When you look, Doe start flocking them. Oh, Doe flocked them, you know. Doe didn't play with them. Doe flocked them. Parkers, Matthew. Well, one time they were fucking Timothy. He forgot him. He forgot. They were fucking Timothy. He was running so fast. He forgot his entire slippers. They call him by name. Man, cover your slippers. Timothy forgot a revolutionary slipper. They were flocking that bitch. I said, don't flock no guys, man. Do what you tell the first battalion. Go beat those guys. Go beat those socialists. Paul, when those guys have been there, you see Timothy running, boy. Timothy, he lost plenty of rubber slipper. Timothy is a rubber slipper. The main power rituals. He need robbers. He got food or people say he need Timothy. He got money to wear all the hell of shoes there. He wear. He say he won't wear rubber slipper from you want to wear sandals from rubber tires. Man, when those start flocking those shoes, don't see people there running, a rubber slipper flying away. Those I will teach you. You can bring that in the course of the people in the media. I will teach you. I will teach you. And that will mess our country up. So we're back with this damn rice business. Who's going to be running this stuff? Privatization. Privatization. We got a privatization. Okay, let's go to the next one. Educated Liberians and the scared Liberian society. You see, I was listening to Samuel Toll show this morning on Liberia Public Radio. He was talking to Nyankwa, who ran for senator in Liberia. And from what Nyankwa was saying, man, the Liberian society is scared of educated people. They are scared of educated people from the diaspora. He was saying, oh, the people don't know us. They know the people better. Yes, yeah. What is that? Don't mind the heart. You suffer. You got the same roles. You know this man's a role. You know the man cannot be trusted. You know this man being in one position for so long. Why would you want to keep him there? Why you wouldn't want to try somebody new? Because one, they're scared of us coming from America. They say we will put too much restrictions on them. When we come from America, they don't be as free as they used to be. They can't get it. They chop as they used to get it. That's why I'm telling you, you who want to go back to Liberia by yourselves, individually, you people are losers, or you will be losers. Liberian people do not want to change because they feel we're coming from America, we're bringing too much civilization and order and discipline. They don't want that. They don't want that. They want things to be laissez-faire. That means as it is. You get up 10 o'clock, you get up. You get up 9 o'clock, you get up. You get up 7 o'clock, you get up. That's your business. You want to go to work soon, that's your business. You want to go to work late, that's your business. That's how the Liberian people want to function. They don't want discipline. I know that. I was like that one time. So we got to face the facts. Our people don't like to follow rules. No rules. That's the way. No rules. We'll do the laissez-faire way. When we want to do it, we'll do it. We won't do it, we'll not do it. And that's the problem with our people. And if our children grow up with this kind of attitude, Liberia will never change. Will not change because we don't want to do things the right way. We want to do it our way when it suits us. And it can't work in the real world, man. It can't work. You got to adapt. You got to change. And you got to overcome. The way we're living, we can't excel. No. We'll not excel. We'll remain stagnant. Because we don't want discipline. We don't want responsibility. We don't want nothing that will check us, that will keep us in check and balance. No, that's our nature. And that's why we can't grow. That's why we can't prosper. We gotta change it. We can change it. But it would take more than one person. It would take more than 50% in Liberia. Because when you look at our vast nation and peoples, we need people that will impact the lives of every community. not city or town, communities. So it's in our best interest that all of us get up and change our society. Because if our society is afraid of people that us coming home, because we're too educated, we act like everything that white man. Even in Rhode Island, some of the people here, they see me, they say, I'm not a white man. Because I demand accountability. I demand discipline. I demand a different kind of thinking. I demand order. Did I call me an Liberian white man? I know I used to feel that way myself or other people until I became Americanized. Because you can become Americanized in two ways. You can become Americanized in a negative way. That's from watching TV and movies and thinking that American life. Or you can become Americanized by following the mainstream American system. Law, order, discipline, raising your children the right way, paying attention to your society and community, getting involved with it, speaking out. So there are two lives in American society, and the one that most of us from Africa and third world country adhere to is the one from TV. The American society from radio, TV, and all. Many of our children are raised on TV because our parents working double and triple. They don't have the time to stay home. So when the children come from school, instead of doing their homework and shit, they sit now watching TV and all the useless things you can think of. Because the parents not in home. And it hasn't changed. It will not change. So these are the things we gotta deal with in our struggle every day in America. You always gotta decipher what is good American and what is bad American. And you see it. People like us who stay for virtue and are working the system and understand what the system is all about, our people don't want us around because they don't want that kind of discipline. They don't want check and balance. They don't want accountability. They don't want to be responsible. They just want to do things the way they want to do it. And for people like me, it can't work. Because they had to kick my ass to change my mentality. And it was a good thing I went in the army. I got my ass kicked to change my mentality, to make me a soldier. When you go in the army, the people don't care whether you got a degree or not. If you got a degree, you'll be in JAG, or you'll be a lieutenant, or you'll be something. But when you are enlisted officer, your degree does not matter. Your degree does not matter. You are a soldier. And you got to perform like a soldier or get your ass kicked. And you see? So I know what it is. When I tell people it got to be that way. Because, y'all know me, educated people always want to ask why. And I was asking why too. And the more why I asked, the more I got my ass kicked. Because in the army, they didn't give a damn about me asking why. They're telling me do it, and I got to do it. Whether I like it or not, I got to do it. That's my job. So that changed my mentality. That changed my outlook. That changed my whole education. Because even if you're educated, if you're not disciplined, it can't work. It can't work. You will get fluffed. As the students in Russia, No, that was China. In the Tiananmen Square, years back. I remember, I always tell this story. The kids, the students in China rebelled. And all of them gathered in Tiananmen Square, which is the big square in China. And be damned, they wanted to know why the government was doing this, why the government was doing that, why the government. Man, when the government got tired with that shit, they unleashed the communist forces on those fools, man. They beat the hell out of them. That Tiananmen Square was cleared in 1 hour, 2 hours. Everybody was gone. So a few years later, I was listening to something from one of the students who participated in the Tiananmen Square riot, and they were asking him about his reflections or what he reminisced about the past and all of that. He said, "Well, at that time, everything we used to say, why?" He said, "But now we don't say why, we say yes." I said, "Damn it, that's what Liberia needs. Everybody want to know why. Everybody think they're educated. I go to Liberia, I'm talking to people, they want to know why. You tell people to do something, they will think and want to ask you, why? You see the problem I had in Liberia when I was there? I wanted to kick everybody. The bus driver, the taxi driver, the house driver, everybody got something or damn opinion in Liberia. Everybody knows some shit and want to explain shit to you. When you telling them do this, no, pa, you know you can't do that, pa, because you can't do that because the shaka sawa can be in the right place. Man, by that time my temperature boiling, I'm looking at people, I ready to slap the shit out of that person. I'm like just looking at it. I said, keep talking. And, pa, this pa, and that pa. Everybody educated, even the little children. You talking then? No. Are you people crazy? Everybody knows something. Everybody knows America. Everybody knows. The people know too much. So that's where we were. That's the society I went back to. While we're in Liberia, I just want to put on iron gloves and just start slapping people when they ask me why. Why this? Why that? And you do this in America, and that is in America. I just slap people, just before you can even talk. Before you can even open your mouth, start slapping you. But as soon as you tell me, hello, pop. Chesson, why you just slapping us? I said, we got to tell you hello. I tell you, come to ask me stupid question, why? So I was just slapping you in the van. So when you ask me why, I will look at you and say, one more. Just slap them just on general principle. Because they're going to ask you why. They're going to act like they know things. What kind of people are we? And that's why they're scared of educated people coming home. They're scared of us who have been trained in America and understand what it means to be disciplined, what it means to account for things, what it means to put things in the right places, what it means to know about law and order, what it means to set things correct, what it means to lay things in the right places. All the things like people don't like it. They just like to throw the book there. They like to do this. They don't like to make up their bed. They like to clean their asses. They don't like to do nothing. They don't like to be told to do it. And that's why our country can't progress or advance as it is. Everybody knows too much. Our country is unruly. There's no control in our country. Everybody lie and deceive people because everybody want a buck. And they think that's the American way. And they think they are in America. But I just want to take some of that American out of them and show them that's not American. That's TV America. So there are two kinds of America. We got the America for the TV, and we got for the mainstream America. All of us still white people, when we come here, all of us parents who work double and triple, some of our children are raised on TV. We are blessed that some of them graduate and go to school and advance. We are blessed. But a lot of them fall beside the way because they have no guidance. They have no leadership. And they want none. And these are the people in our country in Liberia today. Liberian people don't want no discipline. They want nothing. They know everything. They want to do it the way they want to do it. And it can't work. It will not work. It will not work. So you need somebody to check and balance. The whole society will check and balance. To see what's going wrong and say, no, this got to stop. Let's go the other way. Let's go. Keep it going. Because we're all accountability. We're all responsibility. We're all duties. We're all understanding what your role is in keeping the society wholesome and functioning. Our country will not G. Our country will not hold. Okay? So educated Liberians from abroad, not your enemies. We are not your enemies. And you cannot be afraid of being disciplined. You can't be afraid of changing your lives. The life you're living right now are useless, indisciplined, geared toward, prone toward stealing and corruption. And those of us coming from the diaspora that want to change our country and want to change your mindset and your attitudes and your behaviors and your ways, we ain't going to back down. We ain't going to back down for y'all. We just got to understand how to do it. We can't do it by coming home one by one. No, we got to come home 5,000, 10,000 at a time. Then we can impact Liberia. So this is where we stand. If we really want to change Liberia, we got to start planning from here. And to plan from here, we got to understand American society. Because even if somebody go home, a group of Liberians go home, we need a group of Liberians in America who understand the workings of American society, American government, and American foreign policy toward Liberia. And if we don't work in concert with each other, we can't grow. We need a group to go home to make sure that the corruption stops, to make sure that the incompetence stops, to make sure that the stealing stops. And if we go home 5,000 strong, 10,000 strong, we can do it. But if we go home one person here, one person there, 2 here, 2 there, we can't change our country. For all of us who be in this country. But before we go, we have to learn leadership. We have to learn direction. And that's what ULA was for. But we had a lot of dummies like Wilma Cooley, like Castle, and we try to tell them. When I was there, I tried to tell them, no, we can change ULA into something to control America's foreign policy toward Liberia. Then we become viable citizens of Liberia. But we just sitting here fighting the government, fighting among ourselves, doing useless shit. We can't build our country. So just as much we need people going to Liberia, we need people staying in America who understand what American society is all about. and how they can enable our people and our country through their being able to access help in this country for us. And the ones that go home will utilize that help to build a better Liberia. Get rid of the Prince Johnson, get rid of the Vice Sherman, get rid of the Everett Snow, get rid of the light Darius Dillon, get rid of the Nobly Kanga, get rid of all the useless people, all the other ones who can't read or read, just scratching their head, acting they know shit. Yeah, I will vote. Damn native. So this is what we are, man. We got the damn people scared of the educated people. Talking about the queen, the African white men. Yeah. Just to save our country, man. Save our people. It's a difficult task, and we got to do it ourselves. Nobody can come and do it for us. We got to know what is needed in our country, and we put mom, pa, brother, sister, cousin aside, and we go home and do it. And don't give a damn what the chip before. You mess up, you go to jail. You get fluff. We don't care. And we got to look at our laws. We got to look at what laws we can put under corporal punishment and what laws we can't. Because we're not going to be, we are not America and the West. We're not going to crowd our prisoners, our prisons with productive people who can do better all year. They're in prison, we're feeding them and all that shit. No. If we got to feed you, we'll flock you. If we'll feed you, we'll flock you. Come and get your food, free food. Just bend your back and we'll let us take care of your ass. And we'll give you free food. But when you come into prison, you better know you're riding free. You come to get bed, you come to get fed 3 times a day, you come to get security, the highest protection in the nation, and you think you'll come to jail for free? Hell no, not under Commander Chesson. We'll flock your ass until you pay your bill. Now all these shenanigans got to stop. No, we can't go through it. We can go through it over and over and over and over again. So y'all need to check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. My last topic, the flooding in Bangladesh. I told you, from ceremony, people won't build their house and looking for sand. They go near the ocean, dig in the ground, pick up sand, go build the house. Water come, flood the house down. Everybody in the house die. You see how water we get? You're going to dig all by the water. The water they're looking at you. And you know the water they're doing, how they hit the soil. Yeah, the water hitting the edge of the bank of the thing. Yeah, it make a funny noise. So everybody just there digging. The water quiet. Digging. Let's go build our houses. Let's go build a big house. Farmhouse, my son. The water started rising. I come to clean that cement. I come to clean all the sand. I come to clean everything you're not mine from this place. I just rise and when you look, the other people who are digging the sand. You see the houses? The other people that are digging the sand over there. You see the houses under water? The water came back to take the sand. So you keep joking. Okay? But all in all, that is just to say that not only the river got into that, the rain created flash flooding. There was too much rain for a short period of time. That is the same weather condition we go through in America and other parts. The world is changing. There's too much water now. Soon you will not have land. Everybody will be packing a boat. We'll just be floating in the water. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. We can't do much as individuals. It's a government thing. It's an initiative for the government. But yes, we can strive in our weak ways to take small steps to help with climate change, or else we'll all suffer. And that's not necessary. My class is done. I hope you all have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Watch the cops. Don't play no games in America. You get pulled down. No, you don't want to do that. In Liberia, be careful. Doing ritualistic killing. Go home at night early. No party, nothing. Just run straight home. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just straight home like that, like lightning. You gotta go home. You've gotta go home before we get dark. Oh. Have a good day, my people. Let me go rest myself. Get ready for this day because I got some things to do too, So take heed, go on yourselves accordingly. And I'm out. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day. We praise the Lord.